riots in Brussels. Adrian, thanks for being with us on BBC News. You've been in the Place de la Bourse all this afternoon. What happened?
Well, basically, we've got a bit of a peace demonstration happening on the stairs of Bourse. There's a bunch of people that are showing solidarity with Brussels, Belgium. We've got flags from across the Middle East, Israel, Syria, Palestine, EU flags, Belgian flags, a lot of positive energy here. Then about, half an hour ago, there are a bunch of skinheads that basically just turned up on force, really marching into the square, started a major confrontation with the peace protesters.
And
at this point, they were really starting to get in the face of the peace protesters, get in the face of the police, really start setting off flares, start fireworks going, chanting. It was looking really quite ugly. But the riot police basically were one street back. They moved in and they pushed them out of the square. At the very end, they had to shoot water cannons. But apart from that, it's been pretty non-violent, although it looked like it could have flared up. Right now, though, I look around the square and we've got the peace protest going on again. We've got little kids blowing bubbles, people walking around, having a beer. I mean, Brussels is very resilient. We bounce back very, very quickly.
Adrian, we were just seeing some of the pictures as you were describing what had happened of that group moving in. They called themselves Fascists Against Terrorism. Moving in before, obviously, the more recently being expelled from the square. But the peace protest that was happening there, I mean, we had heard the authorities say yesterday they didn't want anyone turning out because they didn't think they had the resources to deal with it and they wanted to focus on the counter-terrorism.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's tough luck. I mean, we have got the right to come out and show solidarity with our city. If the police have an issue with that, for non-violent people coming out to support our city, well, I'm sorry, we live in a free country and we are going to continue to come out here and support our country and support our fellow citizens.
But what the Interior Minister was saying yesterday was, look, this is not against the kind of purpose of a peace demonstration. It was just that the resources could be more usefully deployed in trying to pursue the lines of inquiry, ultimately to protect Belgians.
Look, ultimately, we were attacked by a couple of criminals just a few days ago. If we act in terror, then those criminals are elevated to the level of terrorists. If we come out and act like this is a normal city, this is our city, then we treat their petty act like it deserves. The fact that the police want to... Look, I understand this is a big reaction, but the response of the people has been a lot better than the response of the politicians to this whole affair.
Adrian Liston in the Place de la Bourse, thanks very much for joining us on BBC News and giving us your perspective there and giving us a sense of that confrontation and how it unfolds.